Hello and welcome to a conversation with Musa Wa Laikipia. This is episode 8 on sex and sexuality, a guide for parents. We've been talking about how the parents can be able to guide their children on matters of sex and sexuality. And one of the things that we must do as a parent, and we have been really dwelling on this, is our relationship with our children. Today, we ask ourselves, how do we create a good environment? Because unless we create a good environment, a good relationship between us and our children, there is no way we can be able to get into their hearts as far as responsibility and sex and sexuality is concerned, because we want to create a good foundation so that these young people can be able to come and talk to us when they have these issues. And many of us, we think that families become less important to children as they move into the teenage years, but child needs your family and the support it offers as much as they did when they were younger. This is very important. It is true that family relationships change during adolescence. This is very true. When your child was young, your role was to nurture them and guide them. And now you might be finding that your relationship with your children is becoming kind of more equal. Most young people and their families have some ups and downs. Of course, we must accept this during these years, but things usually improve by late adolescence as children become more mature and family relationships tend to stay strong, right through. For teenagers, parents and families are a source of care and emotional support. This one you should not forget, that families give teenagers practical, financial, and material help, and most teenagers still want to spend time with their families, sharing their ideas, sharing their fun. It might be different from what they did when they were young, but they still need that love. It is normal for teenagers to be moody or seem uncommunicative, but they still need you. How do you do this? What are ways? Before we get into ways, why does the teenager need you? The teenager needs you because, one, adolescence can be a very difficult time, and your child is going through rapid physical changes as well as emotional ups and downs, and therefore that is one reason why this teenager needs you. And of course, supporting each other can be vital to getting through these challenges that the young people will be changing. Of course, number two, during this time, your family is still a secure emotional base where your child will feel loved and accepted no matter what is going on in the rest of their life. And therefore, this teenager he needs someone they can confide in, and that the best person is the family. And of course, when your family sets rules, it is and boundaries and standards of behavior, you give your child a sense of consistency and predictability. That one is very important. And believe it or not, your life experiences and knowledge can be really useful. We have said this consistently from episode number 1 up to episode number 8. Your life experiences as a parent is very, very useful to your teenager more than you may think. Therefore, it is very important for you also to be supportive and close family relationship, protect your child from risky behavior, of course, like alcohol, drug abuse, and problems like depression that is really facing our society right now. Of course, strong family relationships can go into a long way towards helping your child into growing to a well-adjusted and considerate, caring adult. What are these ways that you can be able to do to build positive family relationship with your teenagers? Tip number 1, of course, the ordinary everyday things that families do together can help build and sustain stronger relationships with their teenagers. These tips include, number 1, very simple things like family meals, eating together. This is a chance for everyone to chat about their day, to say what were their challenges. This is very important. Of course, make sure that you switch off your TV, switch off your mobile phone so that you can be able to communicate. Make rules that during dinner there are no phones. That is time for people to talk. Number 2, family outings. Try to, of course, set aside some time for fun family outings that you could take turns in choosing activities, and this one will really help our young people us to connect and have a positive family relationships with our teenagers. Of course, one-on-one time is very important with your child. More often than not, this one is not very easy with teenagers, but it is also something that is doable. Then, of course, celebrate your child's accomplishments. Many people complain always when the teenagers mess, but celebrating your child's accomplishments, sharing his disappointments, and supporting, whatever their hobbies are, will help your child know you are interested in them. And this one will be a very good base when you want to talk the issues of sex and sexuality. Of course, family traditions, we have talked about these, routines and rituals, those things that you do together as a family. Let's say once a month, twice a month, once a year. Those are very important things that will help build positive family relationships with your teenagers. Of course, household responsibilities. Agree on what the teenager's responsibility is, and as you do that, the teenager will not see as a punishment when they're asked to have or to do some of the responsibility. Of course, I've spoken about family rules. Agree on limits and consequences. If the teenagers do not do this, what is the consequences? Not only teenagers, even the family. This will give the teenagers a sense of security, structure, and also, we had said, predictability. This one will also help them to know what standards to apply in their life when they get to that point. These are just a few very important family relationship, how you build your positive family relationships with your teenager. And of course, don't forget about family meetings. Family meetings can help to solve problems. They can give everyone a chance to be heard and be a part of working out the solution. This is a conversation with Musa Wa Laikipia. And of course, if you need extra support, do not hesitate to reach us through our inbox. Opportunity to thank all those who have liked, subscribed, and commented. Let's keep talking. And also, I would want also to give credits to raisingchildren.net for really having these wonderful notes that can be available on the internet. Let's keep talking, because the moment we stop talking will be the moment that we start fighting. Let's talk to our teenagers on matters of sex and sexuality.